Welcome back to the Kid Tarot. I'm just gonna do a quick reading with you guys. Yesterday was very heavy for me. Hoping that it wasn't so heavy for you guys, but if so, just try to take a beat. We've been hearing a lot about rest and relaxation, but I think, especially for this group, I'm just gonna do that one more time. I think especially for this group, it's hard for us to sit things out. So definitely don't be afraid to take some rest today. All right, so I hadn't gotten started reading yet. I honestly don't have a song or an image that's coming to me this morning. So I think I'm going to start with the Moonology deck. And we'll go from there. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors, guides, and all those concerned with our highest good and the highest good of all those concerned with us. What messages do you have for us today? I'm not very well versed on astrology just yet, but I hear our full moon is in Aries this week, so take that piece of information how it resonates with you. Just hearing that it was important to say that. Just had the word remote, and I saw it almost like a remote, like desolate. I don't know if there's maybe you're feeling a little isolated, but it feels deeper than isolated, that word desolate. I felt like I should. So the first card that I felt called to pull says have faith in your dreams. And the second one is prosperity lies ahead. So I know, especially this group dealing with a bunch of empaths, I personally have a very difficult time remembering my dreams, and I've actually been trying to work on that as of late. But this lilac color is very soothing when I look at that. Have faith in your dreams, and prosperity lies ahead. So just kind of get the sense that for some of you, you've been planning. I just heard the impossible, and you've been wondering if you can really pull it off. And I'm just hearing yes. The next card that came out, and I do think it's to pay attention to this moon. I actually think I posted one of my video headlines like this, where the moon in the middle was solid and then the crescents were facing away. So maybe take a look at that video. But it says nothing is yet set in stone, and I know that card in particular has come out a few times over the last couple days. I just heard just have faith. It just feels again like a continuation of that conversation we had a few days ago, that just because it went one way before in the past doesn't mean it's going to go that way this time. And there is a lot of mental fatigue happening amongst the collective right now as you're kind of turning your very astute and analytical wheel to try to figure out what next, what to do next, what happened here. I'm just hearing that a lot. What happened? And just give it a second, give it a moment. It's going to become clearer to you what all of this was for. All right. So the first two cards that popped out were the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. One talking about broken home, misaligned values and disharmony, hidden agenda or falsehood. We definitely have been hearing a lot about there being a hidden agenda or messages that are going to be coming forth for you. I do think energetically as well, you may just be having a series of aha moments about things that happened in the past and being able to put them into their proper position is what I heard, into their proper place. So maybe something that you have told yourself a particular story about. I'm just hearing that the others that were there remember it differently. As I'm looking at this image on the Ten of Cups, we see the family facing their arms up to this rainbow ahead of them. I can't help but to be drawn to notice that each person in that photo has a different vantage point on that particular situation. And so maybe there may be some conversation that is coming in where you may want to, I heard, lower your guard. You may want to lower your guard because it's not necessarily that one of you is right or wrong. It's just a difference of perspective. And then King of Pentacles came out, financially inept, obsessed with wealth and status, and stubborn. So I don't know if the person maybe that you are that you're having this conversation with is having some financial struggles right now. I don't get the sense that that's you. This stubbornness portion feels like it may apply to you because in this tension, I do feel like I just heard you're the one. I'm just gonna say it. That you're the one that is having a difficult time reconciling, and so that a lot of the tension is coming from you, and then this particular person is really busy and distracted trying to deal with this financial situation, and I think that absence for you is creating some tension. The next card that came out was Nine of Cups. In reverse, overindulgence, being smug, compliance, greed, dissatisfied, materialism, overgenerous, poor lifestyle choice. So again, I really do feel like that is dealing with whoever this person is that you're having to have this conversation with, or that's going to be bringing this conversation to you. Just that there's some more to that story than what you had allowed yourself to believe. Coming in, we have Temperance in the upright, and so balance, moderation, patient, purpose, meaning, tolerance, rhythm and harmony, adaptation and self-control. It's the self-control portion that's resonating with me for both parties, needing to take a deeper look at that, needing to take a deeper evaluation of your self-control. I'm just hearing a lot like I can't. I just have this image of someone like holding their head and they're going, I can't. You can. It's ancestors that say yes, you can. Your lack of self-control is what led you here. You purposely made some decisions. And I'm just hearing you knew at the time that they were not. They may not work out for the best, and then they didn't. So instead of wallowing at this point, letting go of some of the victimhood. So the next card that flipped over was the Hangman in reverse with martyrdom. Rather than hanging out in that victimhood, being able to be honest about what you did that got you here, and then moving forward from that space. It's no need for punishment, is what I heard. There's no need for punishment. You just need to be forthcoming about that and prepared to move on. Ay. All right, so the last card I'm going to pull is from the Dreams of Gaia deck. It's tough when things are, a little bit your fault. It's tough when things are a little bit your fault. So you have a tendency to want to blame outwardly. And I do get the sense that it's a shared, like a mutual responsibility is what I heard. It's a shared responsibility in this situation, but I think what the guides are trying to get at us to say is that you're putting a little bit too much emphasis on what the other person's responsibility was, and not taking enough of an account of the part that you played in this situation. The part that you play, but also the narratives that you bring to this situation. Because again, this person feels very much like they're focused on their finances. They're struggling with their finances right now. Almost all of their energy is towards making money, going to work, making deals, writing contracts. It's not going well right now, but they're putting all of their energy into it. And then on the conversely, you're perceiving that absence to be something personal or something histrionic, when really it's just circumstantial. Definitely want to come out of this Hangman energy. But the punishment is not necessary, is what I'm hearing. It's just more like acknowledge it and move on. Spirit is not looking for, that word attrition has been on my mind. They're not looking for acts of attrition. I just heard karma is done. Our traditional system of karma is not the same one that we've been dealing with for a really long time. So you may be acting out old behaviors of what you expected. Oh, it's so funny that popped out the other day. You may be acting out what you think should happen based on what you believed about karma in the past. But the situation has changed. No, maybe not. I'm not getting a card out of this deck. But I also don't feel like I just don't feel like I'm supposed to stop. So I'm just gonna keep going until we get a Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, and all those concerned with this, particularly Mother Gaia. Okay, she said just call my name. Okay, just call my name. All right. Thank you, Gaia. Beautiful, beautiful card. This image of being a light has been a theme, like being lit up from within. We see flames literally on her fingertips, and you don't have any sense that there's a lack of control. She seems very much what's the word, confident about what it is that she's doing. So we see this spirit sword here. We see the image of a lotus. We have the flames here, representing the sacred knowledge and divinity. Also, I think it is important to note here in the space where her brain would be, where we would be so heavily focused on analytics and logic, she has actual cosmos here. So we see the earth, we see the moon, we see what is a representation of the sun, and within that sunlight, there's an eye, there's a vision representing infinite knowledge. So it's definitely a beautiful card, and I just feel very much like it's wanting you to move towards this type of energy. It's wanting you to move towards a sense of confidence in your skill and talent, rather than being so obsessed with the past or with how other people are showing up in your life. Moving on from that is going to be required for you at this time to truly embody this energy. Because I do feel like it's coming over you regardless. So it's not like, because I hear that too, like a lot of fear that you might miss it. You're not going to miss anything. It's just what kind of experience are you going to have with it? All right. So we have the 9 of air here. Keywords are self-awareness, universal consciousness, understanding, insight, vision, imagination, fantasy, and creativity. Key phrases are open to possibility. Possibilities are infinite. Know thyself and know the universe. What dwells within you dwells within nature. Belief creates. All that exists was first imagined. Fantasy is the birthplace of reality. You were born to create. Imagine your fears away. You were born to create. That stuck out to me. You were born to create. Creation is your birthright. Joy is your birthright. Um, there's some things like almost like a pack of ideas or projects or business plans or something like that that you've kept on the back burner for a really long time because you haven't felt like you were capable or you were in the right spot. And I'm just also hearing that there's someone that is less capable than you that is currently more successful at this than you are. So get started. It's not meant to be a comparison. They're just saying get started. All right. That's all I have. I hope you guys have a beautiful Wednesday and that this message resonates with you. Wishing you all peace, love, light, and blessings.